Well, hello. My name is daddy-o, and I'm going to give you 5 things today that might be hurting your tips. All right? If you're an Uber driver and you're not making the tips that you want to make, I'm going to give you something else to look at, because not only do I hear from you guys in the comment section, I also hear comments from my back seat. All right? And I've got some things that people are telling me over a period of time here. I've been asking a lot. What is it that you didn't like about your last Uber ride? All right. Gives me information to talk about. Really does. So if you're new here, if you're having problems with making tips, I'm going to go over a few things that might be affecting your tips. All right. So hang on to the end of the video. You can subscribe, ring the bell, ring the thumbs up, do all that kind of, you know how to do this kind of stuff. But the thumbs up and the bell really helps. And also, we're trying to get this channel, I can't not believe what I'm fixing to say, to 3,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. Never expected it. Thank you guys that have been subscribing. So thank you. You can buy daddy-o a cup of coffee down the bottom here in the description. All right, I'm going to go over 5 things that I hear from people quite often about their last Uber ride. I've talked before about the things I do. I work for tips, all right? If you're out here doing Uber and you're not focused on your tips, you're missing money. You're letting money on every ride slide away, all right? And I've tried to explain how to do that on these videos. And if you're interested in that, you can go back and look at some of the other videos. But I've got something different for you today. So like I say, you may want to hang on. The biggie that I get a lot from people is the smell, and I've talked about that before. So here, let me just help you a little bit. If you smoke cigarettes, don't smoke in your car. That's the biggie. All right? I had someone tell me the other day that the driver, after they pulled out of where they had picked them up at, actually rolled down the front 2 windows and lit up a cigarette on the ride. Guys, that will frick up your tips. All right? Don't do that kind of crap. All right, that's just, if you're that guy, if you're the one that just doesn't, come on. You may want to go find something else to do, because you're not going to make no tips, all right? And I asked the person, I said, did you tip them? The answer I got was, hell no, all right? No tips on the cigarette smoking in the car, all right? It really affects it, guys. I hear a lot about the smell. Vaping. If you have to vape, wait till the ride's over. Don't just vape in the car while the person's in the car, all right? That really sets some people off. So if you're a vapor, and I know you're trying to quit smoking and all that kind of stuff, but just wait till that ride's over, or just ask the person. Get permission. Say, hey, do you mind if I vape? All right? They sometimes would probably go, I have people ask me all the time, can I vape in here? And I'll tell them no. All right? I have let them at red lights before roll down the window and get them a little bit and roll the window back up. So I can let it slide some way, somehow, in certain situations. Vaping, just don't do it in the car when the people are in the car. All right? Bad idea. Cussing. Watch your language. That really affects, and that puts some people right off from the get-go. They get in the car, and all of a sudden you start talking or something, or you say something that is offensive to them. That's affecting your tips. We're going over things today that may be affecting your tips. So just if some of this happens to you, if you know that, yeah, every so often I say things I probably should, you might want to back down on that. If you vape in the car and you would people, you may want to back. This can affect your tips, guys. I promise you, because I hear about it. I ask questions. I talk, if you can't tell. Daddy-o will talk to his people. And I ask questions from time to time. Hey, tell me about your last Uber ride. I'm trying to get information for you guys too, okay? And smoking cigarettes, vaping, cussing, all right? Those are biggies, okay? Another one that you got to watch out for, not only with your passengers, because it'll set them off, is it also sets off Uber. And if you don't know this, I'm fixing to enlighten you on something. Driving fast, all right? It sets some people off. If you're driving fast, if you're on people's tail end, if you're doing that kind of stuff, it's going to affect your tips. It really will. I promise you. Okay. I've done limos in the past, and I know how to manipulate big vehicles. Okay. But you just need to be casual with people. All right. If you drive fast all the time when people are not in the car, you may want to back it down when you get them in the car. All right. It does set some people off. All right. Because I hear about it. My last driver was wide open. I told you a story before, and this goes to a lot of things I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you this story again. I haven't said this in a long time. I picked some ladies up one time, and they told me about their Uber ride from the airport over to where we're at, over to one of the high-end hotels. I mean, the highest of the high-end hotels. The kid picks him up, and when he pulls up to pick him up, he sees that there are 3 ladies standing there. He's got a little car. He goes to load up their luggage into the trunk, and when they open the trunk, it's full of stuff. The kid had to take everything out of his trunk and pull it in the front seat. All right? And he explained to them that he was moving. They said they feel like more. He was living in his vehicle. That's what it looked like to them. Either way, as he pulls out of the hotel with all 3 ladies, out of the airport with all 3 ladies in the back of the car, he rolls down all 4 windows, all right? Rolls down all 4 windows, rolled open the sunroof, turned on techno music, and started driving hard. Wide open, they said, all the way to this high-end hotel, which is about 35, 40 minutes away. When he gets them there, they said they were scared to say anything to the kid. When he gets them there and they go to get out of the vehicle, they said, and these were dignified ladies, believe me, these were high-end people. All right, anyway, their hair, of course, you can understand, was a mess. But they said they just hunkered down together. He turned on techno music, hit the interstate wide open, and drove all the way there with them and didn't say a word to him. All right? I asked him, did you tip him? No. We even wrote a complaint about him. Okay. But don't do that kind of stuff, guys. If you're wanting to make money, slow it down. When you got people in the car, slow it down. Relax. Uber also monitors your rides. They know if that complaint comes in from them saying that you were at high speed, driving fast and everything, they can go back and look at that ride and see if you were driving fast. All right? Uber monitors what you do out here when you're signed on to the app. All right? So not only do the customers reflect with a tip money they're going to give you or may not give you, but Uber also knows if they make a complaint, they know it's a valid complaint. That might get you cut off the system. So be careful. All right? You got to pay attention, especially when you got people in the car. All right? Play the game. Play the game. You're working for the tip. Remember that. We're not working for that little fare that Uber's offering you. We're hoping that person on the other end, I got a $12 tip this morning on a $4 ride. You're hoping that they give you a tip on the end of what you're doing. So you play the game. It's showtime. I've talked about this before. When people get in the vehicle, it's showtime. So you don't want to be smoking cigarettes. You don't want to be vaping while they're in the car. You don't want to be cussing while they're in the car. You don't want to be driving fast while they're in the car. And windows down. That's the bottom one. Do not ride around with your customers unless they ask, can I roll my window down? Don't roll your windows down. All right. Now, if the weather's right, it's, mild temperature outside and it's a nice day, yeah, crack them down a little bit, give them that feel. All right. There's ways, there's games to be played, but make sure if you're riding with customers, don't roll your windows down. Just don't, it's not summertime unless AC might be broke. There are game, I understand some people have to, I had to do that for a while myself. All right. My AC went out in a vehicle that I was Ubering in. And for a week or so, I tried to play the game, but it got just too hot. I got to the point where I was just doing Uber Eats, a little bit of DoorDash and stuff, because my vehicle would not do Uber anymore. No AC. It was summertime. I was riding around with one of those little collar things on that blows the cool air. I live in Florida. All right. But anyway, windows down. Be careful of that. Just pay attention. You don't want to be blowing your people out in the back seat, okay? So those are the things you need to watch out for, because they will affect your tips. People might not say nothing, like those ladies. They were just too scared to tell the kid, roll your windows up. We're cold back here, They were just afraid to say anything. They just wanted to get where they were going and get out of the vehicle. So you'll get people in the vehicle, and if you make them feel uncomfortable, that's the way they're going to be. They're going to just wait and get there, get me out of this vehicle now as soon as I can, and you're not going to get no tips. Play for the tips. Don't just be playing for the fare out here, all right? If you're doing that, you're losing. So right now, you can subscribe, ring the bell, do the thumbs up, buy Daddy-O a cup of coffee, because Daddy-O's out for the day. Have a good one. It's Sunday. Bye.